So on my CDJ-3000, I'm getting this message that says linked to player with older firmware, please update to latest version. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you how. So first off, I just did a quick search for Pioneer CDJ-3000 firmware update. And the very top link, which is on the pioneerdj.com website, I've clicked on that. That's going to take me over to this firmware page for the 3000. And just scrolling down a little bit, you're going to see download link. So you click that link where it says download link right there, 143.18 megabytes. And that will download. This is what the folder looks like once it's been downloaded. So I'm going to open up that folder by clicking on it. And then here's the file. And then you want to connect your USB drive that you're going to use to transfer the firmware over to your CDJ-3000. You want to plug that into your computer. Then you want to drag and drop that file over to your USB drive. And then from there, here are the instructions. So turn on the power to your CDJ-3000 while holding the in/Q and reloop exit buttons, indicated in red in the image at the bottom of this article. Once the display on your CDJ-3000 shows connect the USB storage device to the USB port, you may release the buttons. Step 3, insert the USB storage device with the firmware update files prepared into the USB port indicated in green in the image at the bottom of this article of your CDJ-3000 and await the firmware update process. 4, do not disconnect the USB storage device nor power off your CDJ-3000 until firmware update is completed. Turn the power off before using appears on the display, which indicates a successful firmware update. Once you do observe this message, turn the power off on your CDJ-3000 or remove the USB storage device. So I'm going to walk us through those steps. So the first step is to power on the device, and also it said to remove all connection cables that would be for storage. So I'm going to actually remove my Ethernet cable, and I don't have any hard drives connected. So now I'm going to go ahead and power it on with the switch in the back. And this is important. While I'm turning it on, I'm also holding the in-Q and reloop exit buttons. So I'm going to hit the power. Where is it? Come on, power. There we go. So I'm powering it on while holding these two buttons down. And then that should pop up the prompt to update the firmware. So connect a USB storage device to the USB port is what it's saying. So now I'm going to connect my USB storage device that has the firmware that I just downloaded and transferred onto this USB stick. And then it should automatically recognize that a firmware update is on there, check for the updates. So it's just saying, please wait. So I will pause this and unpause it when we have progress here. Okay, so that took like 10-15 seconds, and now it is doing the update. Firmware update is complete. Turn the power off and then on before using. All right, so I'm gonna hit the power button on the back, turn it off. Then I'm gonna, just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to plug in my music USB stick into this deck that was giving me this error message. I'm actually going to turn this one off too. So let's turn that off. I'm going to plug in my USB stick into this deck, and then I'm going to connect the Ethernet cable on the back here. I had to pause it to reach the Ethernet cable, but I just connected the Ethernet cable to the back of this CDJ that needed the update. So now we're going to power up CDJ number 1 and power up CDJ number 2. And we're going to see if A, it got the firmware update, and then also B, if it's now able to communicate via the Ethernet cable to this one, because it wasn't able to do that earlier, but it should in theory work now. It should be able to recognize what's on this USB drive. So here we go, USB. Here are my playlists. Now let's go over here and see if that solved that issue. Source, USB link, device. Perfect. Okay, so that was not working before, and now it is, and thank goodness, because I was like, hey, what's going on? Did I get a bum CDJ or something? But no, everything's fine. I just needed to do the update, and I definitely wouldn't have figured that out on my own, that you had to, you know, for example, press in queue and reloop exit while booting it up in order to do the whole thing. So yeah, obviously the best way to do this is just to, you know, search it and follow the instructions, but hopefully this video just kind of shows you the process for that. I'll make a ton more of these videos as I learn how to use this setup to help you guys. So thanks for watching.